What up, what up? Say so G. Back with another topic, back with another video. So the title of this is gonna be content creators are leaving TikTok for YouTube. So we're gonna talk about it. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. I endeavor to keep pushing videos out to give you leverage to better sales. So let's get into it. So content creators are leaving TikTok for YouTube. So if you go on YouTube right now and you've watched a lot of content that is associated with TikTok, you'll see a lot of videos probably in your algorithm where a lot of folks are really crashing out on YouTube talking about how low TikTok is paying them now. Now, if anybody doesn't know, sometime last year, TikTok was in some controversy as far as like, I guess it was one of those situations where America wanted TikTok to basically be sold, right? And if it wasn't going to be like that, then TikTok was going to be banned in the United States. And that caused a freaking uproar because, believe it or not, man, a lot of folks make a pretty good living off of doing TikTok reels. A pretty good living. I mean, like, they actually live off of TikTok. Like, they pay they rent, they mortgage, their car notes, all of that. So that just shows you how much power social media has, man. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to think that like you can make videos and literally live off of making videos. It's crazy. But in any case, so it was some back and forth with that. At one point, they did cut TikTok off from the States. I think like barely a day, and then it came back up. So long story short with that, it wound up getting sold to Oracle. Oracle is a IT company that deals with like servers and switches, pretty much the infrastructure of IT. So like right now, I'm making this video right now. When I go upload it to YouTube, I'm pretty sure there's some Oracle device that actually this data went through, for this YouTube video to be uploaded, right? So I'm not saying Oracle is associated with YouTube. I'm just saying like Oracle is a I think billion-dollar business at this point, and they've been around for a long time, and they deal with big IT, if that makes any sense. So they got a lot of money, man. So it doesn't surprise me that Oracle had enough money to buy TikTok. And it seemed like right after Oracle bought TikTok, like I guess everybody that makes a living off of TikTok, money started to become slow. You know what I'm saying? Or it started to drop a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not exactly sure what percentages. I'm not sure if folks lost a 50% average of their earnings or what, but they lost enough money where folks are really, really, really upset at TikTok. And they're like, man, I used to pay my bills with this. I can't pay bills anymore. I can't live the life that I was living before by staying on TikTok. It just isn't working for me anymore. Now, that could be a combination of, Oracle buying TikTok and like maybe like the commercials or what, not the commercials, I'm sorry. I guess however TikTok pays their content creators. Maybe it's a situation where like because it was bought by Oracle, it's not owned by China no more, that maybe there's some funding that's lacking when it comes to that. I'm not exactly sure. But suffice it to say that when it was owned by ByteDance through China, TikTok's paying a lot of money, man. You know what I'm saying? As soon as Oracle bought TikTok, it's like, yeah, the money is not here no more. It's done. So a lot of folks are gravitating from TikTok to YouTube because, YouTube pays well. Even though I will say in January, it didn't pay me that much. I ain't even gonna front about that. You know what I'm saying? I may make a video about that as well. Because just like any other time during the year when January comes and it's right after the holidays and folks have bought a lot of money and they haven't, they're in a situation where, they might be broke, right? And, January is just kind of like a slow month, man, especially when it comes to money. So there's no different with YouTube. So for whatever reason, I was getting a very low CRM during the month of January. So this YouTube check is going to come to me just sometime in February here. It's not going to be that much, right? But outside of that, YouTube is very stable when it comes to how folks will be able to make money on YouTube here. There's multiple ways to make YouTube through YouTube, right? Inside YouTube. And it's just the more stable platform. It just is, because there's a lot of evergreen content up here, meaning that you can make a video and years later it's still making you money. I still got videos right now I made 2 years ago, and I can look at my analytics right now, and people are still viewing that video. It may not be 1,000 views, but it's kind of crazy for me to think that I made a video 2 years ago and I'm averaging like 10 views on that video every single day, and I made it 2 years ago, right? So at the end of the day, it's still making me money, you know. And TikTok's not like that, not even the least. For the most part, especially from some of the research that I did on TikTok, if you don't get your views within the first 48 hours, the video pretty much just dies. Like it's done. Outside of you having folks that may know you, that goes to your TikTok and actually intends to watch that video, the algorithm doesn't cater to the content creator like YouTube does. It just doesn't. You have to actually within the first 24 hours, if you don't get the views that you need, it's going to die off. YouTube's not like that, man. YouTube sometimes would take 3 or 4 days for a video to pop off. Every single video that I've ever made up here on YouTube that has more than 15,000 views, it took almost like 3 or 4 days before I actually started to see it actually building up. A handful of the videos barely got any views the first day. So the algorithm is a little bit different. But I will say this: when it comes to TikTokers, those content creators coming over here to YouTube, it's gonna be a culture change, and I don't know how TikTok creators are going to be able to translate their skill set over to YouTube when it comes to short form content. Now, of course, there's plenty of YouTube shorts that have actually gone viral, and there's a lot of channels out here that actually only create YouTube shorts. They don't do long form content. But if anybody be up here on YouTube for a long period of time, everybody knows that it takes a lot for you to make money on shorts when it comes to YouTube. A lot of views, and it doesn't pay as much money as long form content does. It just doesn't. Your best bet as far as like being a content creator and you actually making money up here on YouTube, you're gonna always have to implement some type of long form content. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, now if you want to make a shorts channel, that's fine too. I don't think you're gonna make as much money as if you did long form content, and you probably will want to like implement something else with your shorts, like a membership or something like that. But even with that, I don't see a shorts channel that's able to pull in enough, I guess, support for folks to even entertain becoming a member of that channel. Because what kind of content are you pushing out within a minute that's going to hold folks' attention enough for you to be pushing out memberships? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't know, man. I feel for the TikTok creators, because I mean, in all honesty, a lot of them were making more than what YouTubers were making. Honestly, it was fast money. So hopefully a lot of these folks actually invested that money and didn't splurge their money right during that time. But as we all know, a lot of times when you get new money don't know how to act. So I think that's one of the reasons why these folks are crashing out on video, because, you know, they thought this money was going to be forever. And to be quite honest, had it not been sold off and bought by Oracle, it might have lasted for a very long time outside of what it is right now. I mean, that's just a fact. But once it got sold, things changed. And I'm not sure if folks was anticipating that, or maybe they thought it was going to get better. I'm not exactly sure. But the skill set that you have on TikTok to make money versus the skill set you would have to have on YouTube, it's different, man. It's totally different. So, you know, these folks that are gravitating over from TikTok to YouTube, it's gonna be a learning curve, man. It just is. I'm just saying, it's a learning curve from going from YouTube to TikTok. I got a TikTok right now, and I'm struggling. Not for it monetarily. I'm talking about like just to be able to create content that's going to, you know, to garner an audience on TikTok. Like, I'm just not that kind of content creator. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not. I'm more of a long form content creator. I've done shorts, but guess what? Those shorts was actually clips from my long form content. TikTok literally is a platform where you actually have to create short form content from scratch, like literally, like just off the cuff. I'm just not that creative, man. And I think a lot of folks that are on YouTube are not like that either, especially when it comes to the long form content creators. They're able to make money up here, right? So, like I said, the skill set is different. The platform is definitely different. And, you know, I mean, hopefully these TikTokers will be able to, you know, to pivot and be able to adapt to YouTube. But I think a lot of them are not gonna be able to, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different platform, man. Different platform, different way to make content. And, you know, a lot of the TikTokers, they literally live off of just doing just like, you know, shorts, clips, reels. When you are a content creator on YouTube, it's a thought out process. It really is, man. Like, you are not gonna get up here on this platform and actually like willy-nilly something and think you're gonna wind up getting monetized at all on YouTube. It just doesn't work like that. Now, I'm not saying that there have been some channels that were shorts channels that didn't get monetized. I'm pretty sure they have been. But I mean, being a YouTuber for a little bit over 3 years now, I can almost guarantee you it's a small group, man. It's a small group. Most folks up here on YouTube, they get monetized by doing long form content, meaning 8 minutes or longer. A lot of them make it 20 minutes or longer. That's just the way YouTube works, man. So anyways, hopefully these folks are able to pivot and able to adapt to YouTube, because TikTok money has pretty much ran out as far as like how they are able to pay the content creators. And you know, YouTube is a lick, man. I've been telling y'all this. Get on YouTube. It's not the platform that will fail you as long as you put the work in and as long as you actually do your research and your study on YouTube. Like I said, I haven't been too much of a TikToker to begin with, but I think that as long as these folks are able to adapt, they'll be okay. But yeah, man, it's I feel for them. I really do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, check out my TikTok and see and tell me what you think, man. All right. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I'll catch y'all next video. Say so, G, signing out. I'm gone.